town manager's entitlement, did anybody ever find out the vacation time that Randy had?
Next meeting.
I have a folder for Mr. Cannon. I tried, to do it, I believe I've given you all the information that I have of Randy, should be a separate
But
folder.
all we needed to know was what he started with for vacation, that's all we needed to know, how many weeks of vacation, so we can figure out what he's entitled to for a check. That's what we
You never
need.
find his contract?
No.
I would say in there.
All you're asking to pay is what he has as a balance, right?
Yeah.
Whatever he has on the books today.
Yeah, but
If he has 2 weeks of leave built up, that's what he's asking for.
Yeah, I have
He's
April.
not asking for through the end of the contract because he never worked it. He's asking for his balance.
Well, if he worked a year and a half and he started with 2 weeks, and he's taken 2 weeks,
Well, the computer has the balances.
See, this is what I have. First of all, April 22nd is when.
you know what he started with?
April 22nd is when Randy, Mr. Cannon was sworn. It says, per our conversation this morning, the following information is what is written in your comment section in payroll. Randy said that per the council meeting, his wages were approved. Are we supposed to be discussing this?
Not in open session.
Wow.
All I asked was, how many weeks vacation did he have, so we can turn
Oh,
around and
Bridget's
decide.
Here's the balances. Here's the balances, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's right there.
yeah.
Did you
I
ever
think we
get
need
the
to go to
password?
executive session. It's-
I talked to him and she talked to him afterwards. He
I
went to talk to
thought you
her.
said you were gonna have it because you said he was a
I
reasonable
said I
man.
talked to him.
No, you said you'd get it because he's a reasonable man.
He's
Before you
reasonable,
put on
he's going
three.
to council.
It's 12, he's saying that he's got 4 weeks vacation coming to him.
Is that what the balance is?
120
I didn't look at
hours.
it.
No, how much is he?
Balance is 120 hours. If he only worked a year and a half, and he took, how many, 112 hours, how many hours does he have coming? It can't be 120, that's 40 hours a week, 3/4 is 12.
Don't confuse his tenure with his year.
Right.
I don't know what you're saying.
Okay. He started in April,
Yeah. He still worked a year and a half.
okay.
Yeah.
From April.
Yeah.
Till July,
Yeah.
Okay.
that budget is gone. Now from July till June is his
But
next
he
year.
accrued vacation time.
He's accrued
Yeah.
72 hours.
Vacation
He's
time.
accrued 72 hours sick time. He's used 26.
Okay, but we don't pay sick time.
Okay.
We pay vacation time.
Vacation and what about personal?
Personal days, if he had personal days, if
He
he
had
didn't
2
take them.
personal days.
Okay, well, that would be something.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he, looks here, he had accrued 120 hours and he used 48.
72.
So he's got 72 hours of vacation time and 16 hours of personal time.
Well, I have a problem paying any of it until, if he doesn't wanna give up the password, then why should we pay him anything?
You can't do that.
Excuse me,
He's done the same thing to other employees, if they didn't return their clothes or what have you, there, he held on to their check until they returned it.
hey gentlemen, I did
Yeah.
inquire, by the attorney, or MMA or so, I did some research on that. And by law, you cannot, let me go back a minute, please. I spoke to the people in Augusta, I believe it was, unemployment. They've started the process. They said by law, we cannot hold anyone's wages. And they started the process to pay this gentleman because we have not been paying him. And at some point, Van Buren will have to pay back those monies. Now, I spoke to Randy myself, and his counsel has advised him that he does not have to give up his password in order to get his pay. He indicated that the previous town manager, way back, Larry Cody, I believe, whenever Randy took the place of someone, that person also did not give their password. And what they did is they hired someone to set up a whole new file for that person. He said it happened to him. he was not able to get into the system.
But that's why when they hired him, that they made him put the password you said in the safe. And is that password in the safe?
Not that
I
I
don't have no problem paying him, we just, have the computer fixed, whatever it costs, deduct it from his wages and give it to him.
It's not gonna cost anything to start a new one, Mike. All I'm saying is this gentleman needs to be paid what is owed. Whatever litigation's going on, so be it. Let's get him paid and let's go forward with this. Let's set up a new
No,
system.
no, we're not gonna set up a new system and forget everything else that's in there.
It's a lot of personal stuff.
But see, come in
One
with
other
jobs,
question,
you're not supposed to have
how
any
many
personal
weeks
stuff
did
on
he
the town's
start?
computer.
And how many we, to accrue this amount? And this is, so you're saying right now, we owe him 72 plus 16.
Nope, it's 120.
You'd have 88 hours that we
120.
actually owe him.
Alright, so you
120.
want me
So
to,
what is the, what is the,
you guys
what is
They're not
the,
listening.
what is the feeling of the council?
Not for me,
Fix that.
Maybe
Huh?
we need to speak
not
up.
for me.
I'll move
Excuse
that
me.
he be paid
Oh.
his due on.
Excuse me,
Bridget.
the bookkeeper wants to speak here.
oh, I'm sorry, Bridget.
He actually has 120 vacation hours plus the 16 of personal.
Oh, am I reading that wrong?
It's 120 left.
Oh, this balance over here?
But see, how can we figure that if we don't know how many, what his contract said that he had for when he started with vacation time? So if he starts with 2 weeks, and he only worked a year and a half, how can we owe him 3 weeks?
He had more than 2 weeks.
I think his
I don't know,
contract-
who hired him? I don't know, you hired him,
Dang,
what
we
did
haven't
you
seen
give him
the
for
contract.
vacation?
Where is it?
That's what we're trying to find out.
Why don't we have a copy of that?
Yeah, why don't we have a
It would
copy?
be in the minutes.
Why don't you look in the personnel policy? They tell you.
No,
No, it's got
No,
nothing
we
to do
didn't.
with
personal
it.
policy doesn't tell the town manager.
Got nothing. I say that we got to have the contract to find out exactly what we owe him, and I say we gotta pay him what we owe him.
But if the balance, she said, if this is the balance that's in the computer, it is 136 hours.
Yeah, but where did you, he
Where's
took
the
48
contract?
hours,
Well, I'm reading this is what he took.
and he still has a balance of 120, and he took 48, he must have had a lot of vacation.
What does it matter? That's the balance left.
Bridget, could you come forward, please?
Jeez.
This is approved.
No, no.
This is what
Used.
was used in the calendar year.
Oh, in the whole calendar year, the fiscal.
This amount is used as current,
Oh,
okay? This
So
is
it-
current.
so this
is
was,
fiscal.
this was prior, this is current year,
Correct,
so
and
that's
he's
240, so he's,
He's got, this is his balance, and this is his balance.
okay.
These are his.
Yeah, he was hired in March and
April.
April of
21st.
And he must have been hired with 4 weeks vacation.
2008, so.
That's what I
a
wanna
year and a
know.
half.
How many weeks did he have, was he hired? Was he hired for 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
Well, it says here, 120 hours per year. That's 3 weeks.
So if he was hired for 3 weeks, and he took how many?
1 week and 1 day.
So he'd have 2 weeks coming. He can't have any
No, it's
more.
only for 1 year that you're talking about.
Yeah.
He's been working for a year and a half.
His contract for next year.
Right.
If he accrued,
I counted up more than that in this sheet I was given.
yeah.
No, but these are the balances that the computer shows. Then,
Look, can we by next meeting get a copy of his contract?
I
So
don't
we can
have it,
see-
he told me that the chair should have it. Now,
The chair,
I
I
have a
never,
concern
I wasn't
here.
even here when he was
Okay.
here.
I just have a concern in the best interest of this board, make a decision, give him what you honestly, sincerely believe he is owed. If there's monies that he owes us, he'll have to put a stipulation that he has to pay it back if there's been an error.
Oh,
yeah.
That'll happen.
Well, if you put it in as a stipulation, then we can at least pay him.
I make a motion with paying the 136 hours of vacation time that he did.
I'll second that.
Second, discussion? No discussion, all in favor of that? All opposed? I make a motion that we get a copy of his contract to see where he is and how much we actually owe him.
Well,
There, I wanna see that, so I can make a judgment.
I'm telling you guys, I read you the laws,
Yeah.
you only have 2 weeks to pay him from the time he demanded it.
Yeah.
That's state law.
Okay, and he don't wanna give her the contract she asked
He
him.
doesn't have it, he says.
doesn't have it.
It
You
shouldn't be
do.
dependent on it. If the computer shows he has 136 hours,
Let's trust it.
the
Please.
computer is.
That's not.